What is up, Raidernation? It's your boy Simone Raider back at it again with another video, and today I'm gonna be previewing our Las Vegas Raiders going one-on-one with the Denver Donkeys. It's Donkey Week, baby! Another AFC West rivalry week, and hopefully we take the dub. I mean, scratch that. We are gonna take the dub. And like my big goose Kenny King said, I hate horses because of y'all.
I hate horses because of y'all.
But before I get started with this video, you know I gotta give a huge shout out to the sponsors of this video. The Flick app, the ultimate sports chat app on the App Store. Every week I've been shouting out the Flick app because every game day we go live chatting it away with a lot of other Raider fans. So if you're a Raider fan and you want to join the Raider Nation community just to chat during the games, then this is the place for you. Download the app. The link will be down in the description below. So yeah, let's get started with this pregame preview.
And you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
As y'all already know, it's another AFC West showdown as our 5-3 Las Vegas Raiders go mano-a-mano with the 3-5 Denver Donkeys. Okay, scratch that. I'm gonna be nice to you guys. The Denver Broncos. The Raiders came away with a nail-biter against the Chargers at the end of the game last week, which had many fans just like me praying to the football gods to be in our favor, and they did just that. It doesn't matter how we won. Al Davis said it best. Just win, baby. Carr didn't do much in the air, but connected for 2 touchdowns, and our running back duels, Josh Jacobs and Devontae Booker, showed out, both rushing for 60 yards each and a touchdown. Though our defense gave up over 300 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, they came through when we needed it most, with Isaiah Johnson saving the day on back-to-back plays. The Broncos, on the other hand, led by Locke, is starting to gel on offense, especially with his #1 rookie receiver, Jerry Jeudy, who surpassed 100 yards for the first time last week. The Broncos defense has also had its ups and downs, and without star edge rusher Von Miller and defensive lineman Shelby Harris, look for the Raiders to take advantage. The Raiders will also be without some of their key players like Littleton, Hurst, and even Damon Arnett, but that doesn't mean that we can't get the job done. With all the injuries that the Raiders have endured this season, we still sit at 5-3, second in the division. Though many fans can look at the schedule and pencil this week's matchup as a win, it's any given Sunday, especially in a rivalry game like this one. The Raiders need to keep that momentum going off of last week and just win by any means.
Round 1, fight!
Now for your matchup of the game, I got 2 former Alabama star receivers, Henry Ruggs versus Jerry Jeudy. Now many fans going into the 2020 NFL Draft were split between the 2 Alabama star receivers, Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. The Raiders obviously lean towards the speedster in Henry Ruggs. The Broncos, on the other hand, selected his teammate Jerry Jeudy with the 15th overall pick. This is a matchup that I'm really looking forward to. The big question is, who got the better Alabama wide receiver? Now, as Raider fans obviously will be biased and say Ruggs, as well as Bronco fans would say Jerry Jeudy, but time will tell. So far this season, Jerry Jeudy has totaled 30 receptions for 484 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 8 games, while Henry Ruggs has only caught 10 receptions for 220 yards, 1 touchdown, and only 6 games. As of now, it seems like Jerry Jeudy has established himself as a solid receiver for Denver, leading his team in targets and receiving yards. Ruggs, on the other hand, is still trying to find his role on this offense. Most of his stats came from week 3 versus the Chiefs. Since then, he has been silent and hasn't been able to be on the same page with Carr, but look for that to hopefully change this week. This will be one of many matchups for the 2 former Alabama receivers. Let's just hope that Henry Ruggs outperforms Jerry Jeudy in this week's matchup.
I got the keys now.
Now for your not 1, not 2, but 3 keys to the game. Key number 1, run the ball. Now last week the Raiders did a great job running the ball against that Los Angeles Chargers defense. Our offensive line opened up a lot of holes for our running backs, Devontae Booker and Josh Jacobs. Devontae Booker led the way with 8 carries, 68 yards, a touchdown, and averaging 8.5 yards per carry. And on top of that, Jacobs added 14 carries for 65 yards, 1 touchdown, and averaged 4.6 yards per carry. And our quarterback got in on the action with 2 rushes for 14 yards. We know that Derek Carr can use his legs. He could do that in this game as well. If he has to, he'll do it. And you guys seen last week, he would do anything to get that first down, even if it means jumping over a defender, showing that bounce. Now going into this week's matchup, we know that the Broncos' run defense has been shaky, so look for the Raiders to take advantage. Hopefully we can sprinkle in a little bit of Devontae Booker here, a little bit of Josh Jacobs, and I can't even forget about my boy Jalen Short to catch some balls out of the backfield, going left, right, up, down. No matter where you want him to go, he gonna catch the ball and make some plays. Key number 2, one of my favorite keys: car insurance. As you guys already know, our offensive line has been injured. We really haven't had our whole starting offensive line since week 1, and that only lasted 3 plays because Trent Brown went out the door and was injured. And last week we didn't have Colton Miller, Richie Incognito, and Trent Brown. Those who replaced them, Brandon Parker, Denzel Good, and Sam Young, did a great job holding my boy Derek Carr up. And he only got sacked once last week, only 1 time last week, and that's 3 starting offensive linemen down. So if we could repeat that same success this week and keep Derek Carr clean, look for Derek Carr to find his weapons downfield. I said last week, you give Derek Carr some time, he gonna find someone down deep for huge plays, and we did just that. Last week, Derek Carr found Nelson Aguilar in the beginning of the 3rd quarter for a huge touchdown, and even later on in that game, finding Hunter Renfrow down deep for a 53-yard play. So you give Derek Carr time, he's gonna run out the pocket, he might even run down and scramble for a touchdown, or he's gonna find someone down deep, or he'll find his reliable targets like Jalen Richard or Darren Waller. And number 3, limit Drew Lock and company. Now I know Drew Lock had a solid game last week, throwing 25 for 48, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Now I know that stat line looks good, but that game was out of reach, and I know he was getting garbage time yards and even touchdowns, so I'm not really gonna count all of that. Last week I expected Justin Herbert to get his yards and touchdowns, and he did just that. I don't respect Drew Lock that much to say that he's gonna do that against our defense, because I believe if we could get to Drew Lock, he's definitely not gonna have a good game against us. The keyword is if, but I believe we could do it. We're gonna need Max Crosby and Cleveland Farrell to put some pressure on Drew Lock, and hopefully if David Irving is playing this week, who knows, hopefully he gets some pressure as well. And we're also going to look to Isaiah Johnson to step up and make some plays if Trayvon Mullen isn't going to play this week. And I'm going to need Jonathan Abram to lay the smack it down on anybody's candy ass that comes through that middle. Smack somebody or make a play. I know Jonathan Abram can do that. And we're going to have to put LaMarcus Joyner as safety and bench Eric Liability Harris. Damn, that boy's sorry. We do those 3 things. Trust, like Kendrick Lamar, we gon' be alright. Alright, Raider Nation, man, that is all I have for you guys today. This is your boy Samoan Raider. What do you guys think about this week's matchup? What are your guys' score predictions? Do you guys think that we're gonna beat the Denver Donkeys this week? Better believe it. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys already know the deal. Smash that like button, and if this is the first time you're watching this video, then hit that subscribe button and that notification icon button just to support your boy and to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this one. With that being said, this is your boy Samoan Raider. Until the next video, or after the Raiders whoop that donkey ass, your boy is yeah.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.